Hello everyone, welcome to video number 6, Bone Crusher here. We're gonna start a new session. As I mentioned in a previous video, I'm trying to shorten up the time, and I already record some numbers, as you probably see over here. Those are the numbers has been rolled, and I passed 24 rolls because I was looking to get a 7, so we can start fresh. But pretty much we have 24, 26, 28, 29 rolls, and you can place any bet. So I'm open to do that. But I would like to revise a little bit, what we've seen here. And what we should expect, and in the next few rolls where the table will be developed. So as you can see, we start with the 5, and that was the point. The shooter make his point, the 6 again make his point, and again 6 as a point. And then a few numbers, and the 4. Remember. The 4 as a rule, when it's showing up, you can lay against the point. We was getting a 7, so the 4 will become a red number. We got 12, 2 times on the row. It's kind of cancel each other. So as long as it's coming one next to the other one. Doesn't strengthen the rule, but doesn't weaken, so you have to be careful. The 6 is again the point, 4 and 12. So you'd be tempted, to lay the 6, but the 12, has been rolled, and you have to wait for 2 rolls. This might be a little bit confusing here because you have a 4 and the rule says lay the point, and 12 says okay, so am I getting a 7 in the next 2 rolls? So I should be very, very careful. But here is something you might not see, and if you think about if you're not seeing this and you reach this point, I'm sure everybody will make that mistake. But you have to be very careful when you take a decision. Look at to the 6. 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 12, and 10 rolls. So what that means is 6 has 1 more roll to become overall green number. So when you lay the bet, you not lay the bet which is an overall green number, or it's ready to become an overall green number. So the rule says do not lay this. Even you have a 4 and you have a 12. So after the 4 you might lay the 6, but then you get the 12, so you got the confirmation the 7 is rounding the corner, but laying the 6 is a big mistake. And if you go by the rule, after this roll, so you have to go back and say, okay, I'm not be able to lay the 6 because it's almost overall green number. So we have to go with the second weak number and go back, and you're gonna get a 12, another 12, a 7, a 4, which is the first one, which is here on the distance about 2, 4, 5 rolls. So this is definitely is not the second, but is not a good bet. and you lay the 9 because this is the second week number, and then you get a 5. Okay, nothing it's happened, so this is the first number after the 12. So remember, you have to wait for 2 rolls, you know, and then if it's surviving, you can place a bet on the 6. But all of a sudden 6 has been rolled, so the shooter make his point. So what's happened here is a confirmation. Sometime, you know, it's good to not lay the point if it's becoming an overall green number. So actually we save our bet because we didn't lose anything here, so we laid the 9. So, and 6 is a confirmed overall green number. So look at close and judge, you know, by what's happened. So we got the 7 and natural 7. You know, after the 6 has been rolled, you probably know you take the bets off, and you know we retract, you know, the lay bet as well off. So we get the natural 7 and then 10 as a point. So we go further, 8 and 9, and the Yo 11. So again 4 and 10. It was the point, so the 10, you know, the shooter make his point. I'm sorry, I forgot, you know, to make the line here and line here. Okay, well, nothing special except, you know, the 4 has been rolled 1, 2, 3, and the last 12, 14. Typically, you know, a 4, it's rolling, you know, 1 on a 24 rolls. So, you know, this is pretty good. And we name it, you know, steady and strong. Also, 10 can be a steady and strong because, you know, has been rolled twice. So we have to watch those number in the future. 4 is a red number as a result over here, but we have a 4 here followed by the 5, so we should have a line here, and then we should have the 2 lines on the 4 because it has been followed by 10. So I'm going to do those lines now. Okay, now, so we got a 6 followed by 7, which is natural, and 6 become the red number, and we follow the rest. You know, the new point, it's 9, and 5, 8, 3, and 7. So 8 becoming a red number, but look here, if you look into the recording sheet, you might not have it, but I will show it to you. Here, 8 and 4 followed by the 2. So this is the only exception. If you have the baits working here after, you know, 3 has been rolled, you're supposed to you know, call the bets off. So another thing, you have to be careful, okay? When you see 3, so this is a crop number, so definitely call the bets off. But now we have a 6 has been rolled 5 times within 12 rolls, so that's the confirmed green number, and we follow the rest of the numbers to see what's going on. So right now the 5 has been rolled twice over here. This is the 3rd one, and this is the 4th one. So this is the 12, 24, 25, but it's just 4 times. It's not 5 times, so it's kind of losing, you know, the chance to become a confirmed green number. So let's start it. We have a $1,200 bankroll, and our units is $120. So it's much easier for me, since, you know, 120, you know, you can split it into 60, much easier. And you will see it's going to help us when if the game is going to go that way, we can, you know, switch with the dark side. But we'll see what's happened. But right now, you know, the table is hot. We have 24, 26, 20, 29 rolls with just 3 sevens. So we'll continue looking to see what the table is going to develop. So the new point is 5. So on your recording sheet you have overall green number 5 and 9. It's will become an overall green number if it's rolled 5 times and 24. So if we look into here, not the first one, this is the first, we're considering the first one, and goes the second, and this is the third one, so 12, 24, so definitely it's not, doesn't have a chance to become an OG, overall or confirmed green number. So we have to make a decision as we go. We'll go with the protocol because, you know, that's the most important than anything else. So 5, it's an enemy number? No. We have 1 or 2 7 in the last 12 rolls. Yes, actually we have you know, 2 sevens in the last 12, which is good. Less than 9 rolls, we don't 7. Yes, it's just 1, so we just got a 7 1 roll before. So now the table is qualified to place a bet. Well, you know, what kind of bet, you know, we have to place, since you know, the conditions are in our favor. So that's the big question, right? Well, it's pretty simple. Because we do have, there is no angle player, you know, so the 5 is not a loss. So we'll go to the next one. And the next one is, you know, confirmed green number, or a number who's got, you know, a lot of chance to become, you know, a confirmed green number. So, but we have a green number, so it's 6. So 6 is a bet. And then, if you look into the last 6 rolls, 5 has been rolled twice, and that should be a recent green number. And I think, you know, that would be a good bet as well. Since, you know, it's a first bet, I would recommend, you know, to go with half unit each. In fact, you know, the method recommend 1 single bet of a half unit. So what that means is we split it into 120 and another half. So $30 on the 5 and $30 on the 6. I apologize for my bird. You know, it's kind of nervous, but I hope it's gonna be quiet. So I'm gonna change 25 and some red chips, and I'm gonna place 6 and 5. Well, we can play $30, you know, just to make sure, you know, we have a half of the half unit, so a quarter of a unit. And let's look for the roll. So we got an 8. We'll write it down, the 8. And we'll write it down on the board. Okay, so now let's pay attention to the last 8. If we follow the protocol, so the 8, you know, it's an enemy number. Okay, so right now, you know, this is a red alert, and definitely I would like to pull the bets off for 1 roll, because I think, you know, the 7 will show up. So let's do it because that's the way to go. Okay, so we're gonna pull the bets off, and we're gonna ask for a roll, and it's 12. Okay, now the 12 has been rolled. Our bets are off, and let's judge and see what's going on. Well, it's very simple. Since 12 will not cancel the action of the red number, we have to wait for another roll. And we're gonna wait, okay? We're gonna wait. And the new number is 6. Okay. Now, might be safe to place a bet. But, I'm saying but, because if you look at here, 6, it's an even number. So the method will say don't place the bet. But also, this is just first number has been rolled after 12. And in my opinion, we should keep the bets off for one more roll to see what's going on. And I'm going to ask for more rolls. And again, we have an 8. So, which is good because 6 will get a line. But the 8 it's an enemy number. So the table, it's not going in a way we like, because we kind of spend some time, almost 36 rolls, and we didn't place any bet. I mean, this is the first bet, and 6 and 8, 6 and 11, it's confirmed green number, but it's an enemy number. Now the 8 has rolled, and the 8 is in a red number with 1 line, and I think that should be something we have to think about. But also, if we're looking into the method, the usual the red number with 1 line, the percentage to be followed by 7, it's between 5 and 10%. So I might be tempted to say, let's try it, okay? Let's try to see what's going on. And I will take my bets off and risk a little bit because, that's the game of the crap. If there's no risk, and there is no fun. But also, if you look at here, the 8 has been rolled twice in the last 4, and 5 is a point. So I might be tempted, to move my bet from 5 to 8 and wait to see what's happened. Okay, so that's our bet. Okay, and let's rock and roll. And of course, a 7 shows up and we lost our bet. You see, we kind of get into that 5-10% of the probability. So nothing you can do, it's happened. You should not, worry too much, because definitely we'll have other opportunities. Now, the 8 will start over as a red number. Okay, let's keep going. And 6 is still confirmed green number. So we will ask for new rolls. 8 is a new point. Okay, great. I'm gonna update my my record sheet, and we placed 6 and 8 and we lost. And now the 8 is a point. So has been rolled 4 times, actually 5 times. Oh, okay, well, the 8, if you look here, straight down 12, 13, 14, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, because you know now is an 8. So 8 will become also a confirmed green number. But it's not weird, you know, when we have, you know, so much 6 and 8, so many, so we have two confirmed green numbers, but both are the, you know, red number. So we don't know what's going to happen. But now, you know, for me it's clear. So if you ask yourself and you go with the protocol, so you said, okay, there is an enemy number. Yes, it is. 8 is an enemy number. So we cannot go further because, you know, it's an enemy number. But sometime you have to take a risk. Sometime, you know, because you like to get an action, you know, you need to do it and you take the risk. So I will take the risk and I will place 6 and 8 for 1 unit each. So what that means is I'm going to exchange another 25. So, and I'm going to place on 6 and 8, the point is 8. Okay? Alright. Let's see what's going to happen. So let's follow the rules. So 4, heart 4. Okay. 4. Let's write it down, 4 heart. And 8 has a line already. Let me check the 6 if I will mark down correctly. Yes, I marked, you know, the 6 over there. So 6 is 1 line, 8 is 1 line. 4, if we follow the rule of 4, we have to, you know, delay the point. But also you cannot lay a confirmed green number, and you have to go with the second weak number. And you know, in my opinion, 5 is the number you can lay. But now we have a full units on the 6 and 8 to lay the 5. So probably no will be a good idea, but you know, we'll see what's happened. So I will change again 25 with some green chips because I have to lay 120 on the 5. Remember, it's paying 2 to 3. All right. So we have 3 bets on the table. The risk is high. Probably, you know, the heartbeat it's way high. So, and let's see what's happened. 12. Okay, we got a bunch of 12 in the last, you know, rolls. Okay, so definitely I will put the bets off here. So I will not go any longer because 12, you know, it's always kiss of death. So we have to be very careful. And we do have a lay bet here, you know, working. So we will see what's happened. I write it down and continue, and it's 6. Okay, that's the first number. So we have to wait, and 8 has been rolled, and 8 should get yeah, 1 line. Let me write it down. 6. Okay, and let's see what's happened. And another 6. So now the action of 12 has been cancelled, and the rule says you can bet the point at this point. So The point is 8, so I will take the bet, the off bet. So I'm working, and you know, 8 is the point. So 12 survive 2 times to 7. So we have a good chance to get an 8 and win that bet, and maybe, you know, the lay bet, because, you know, the lay bet is, it's still an action. But now we just lost that because the 5 you know, just show up. Here we made you know, we didn't make any mistake. It just happened, and that's the game. So you lose some, you gain some. Okay. I'm gonna write it down, the 5. And I'm gonna write down here. Yeah, I'm okay. So let's keep going. So we still got 2 bets on the 6 and 8, and finally we hit the 8 and the point. Okay, so let me write down. So let's go back. So the 6 has this line, the 6 has the second line, and the 6 has the third line. So that 6 is no longer enemy number. And after 5, so we was getting an 8, and that was the point. And okay, this will go here, and $120 is on the place bet, is gonna pay $140. Okay, so we got 125, 35, $40. Okay, so I'm paying myself $140, and I'm not take the bet off. I'm gonna keep it because, you know, it's a come out ball. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, so 6 is the new point. Let's write it down, and 8 will take another line here. And oh, I forgot to put the arrow, but that should be fine. Let's go with the protocol. Okay, 6 is an enemy number? No, because was. Any other red alerts? No. We have 12. We have 1 or 2 7 in the last 12 rolls. Yes. Yes, we do. We have just 1. Okay. We have less than 9. We don't 7. Okay. So here is the deal. 7. We have already 7 rolls plus 1 here. It's 8. So we are very, very close to have 9. So the table is qualified for a bet. Let me put this. So we can have a bet working for at least 1 roll, but no longer than 2 rolls, because, you know, we have 4 and 3, 7, and this is 8. So the protocol says 9 rolls, we don't 7. Okay, so we have to be very, very careful. We have our bets working, and let's ask for the rolls. And we have 10. So this is the point, and we have 10. Okay, now the question is what we gotta do. So the 10 shows up typically when the 10 and 4 show up, so you have to lay the point. It's a risk we have to take, but if you look, you know, here 6 is a hot number, 8 the same, so they're both qualified as a confirmed green number. I might be tempted, you know, to leave the bets for 1 more roll, and I already did, and it's 10 hard. So 2 10, one after the other one. So this might be something to tell us, instead to lay the point, we might have to lay the 10 and 4. But also, if you look all the way here, so we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is a strong candidate, to become a confirmed green number. Also 4, has been rolled so many times. So those numbers are kind of hot. So will not indicate too much. And I will keep the bets working for one more roll. And we got a 5. So 5 showing up finally after 2, 4, 5 rolls, and it's not indicating anything. It's not a red number. There is no red alerts. The 10 doesn't mean too much because has been rolled twice. Typically, we have to just to pay attention to this. I might be tempted to leave the bet working for one more roll, and another 5. Okay, let's judge a little bit about what's going to happen now. We have the numbers repeat. Okay, 5, 5, 10, 10, 6, 3 times over here, an 8 within 12 rolls. We have a 12, which doesn't affect our judgment, and a 4. So we have a condition of a very hot roll. The numbers repeating, but the point has not been made yet, and everybody will go with the flow. Will go with the flow as well, but this is against the method. The method will says, if you have longer than 9 rolls within 7, you have to stop, because that's the safer mode to go further. I will be tempted to risk that, because I have the indication the table goes in a positive way, and I'm gonna hit the bottom to ask for more rolls, and 6 shows up. And what that means is the 6 is the point, so the shooter makes his point. You see, I took a risk, and I was right. So the 6 was the point. We have $120 on the 6. We'll get $140 pay. I'm gonna grab a chip, a black chip from here, and take the $40 back. So in other words, we are $100 ahead, and pretty much this is what's happened. Those bets will stay there, because it's not affect us. It's a come up roll, and we'll ask for more rolls. Let's take a look a little bit about the action. So in the meantime, the dealer was gonna pay, and you have time to go and revise this. So pay attention to 10. So we already said it show up 4 times, and the 4 shows up here and over here. So what that means is 12, 14 rolls. I will pay attention to 4. Definitely 10. If he's gonna roll one more time, it's a confirmed green number. If that 4 is gonna roll in the next roll or 2, will become steady and strong. I didn't mention that to you before. What that means is within 12 rolls, it's showing at least 1. So what that means is could be considering a bet when we're struggling and we don't find, you know, a good bet to place. So that should be considered, because 4 and 10 is very well paid. It's a place bet, you know, you can buy it. What I was talking about, 4. So here is the confirmation. So this is the point right now, and it's considering steady and strong. But if you ask yourself, or you ask me, hey, Bone Crusher, you gonna place a bet on 4? I might say no, not now, because this is not the time, you know, to place 4. So you have to wait at least 9 rolls, and then you can place, because, you know, it's showing up within 12-14 rolls. So you don't have to spend money or take a risk to place a 4, as long as you know it's not gonna show up. So right now the 4 is the point. So we go with the protocol. So the 4 is an enemy number? Yes, it is, and it's got 2 lines. Okay, so what that means is we have to take the, you know, the bets down or off, and I'm gonna put off. So the probability, and especially when the red number is a point and it's got 2 lines, the chance to have a 7 right after is very high. Is between 80% and 85% and 90%. Wow, that's high. So in this situation, I'd be tempted, you know, to lay that. Don't you think? Because, you know, it's 85, 90%. Wow, I would be, you know, I would, you know, lay the 4 for a unit, or at least a unit. You know, if the rule says that. So I will lay the bet for $200. I'm gonna put $10. You know, the vig, and let's see what's happened. Let's see if I will get a 7. And I didn't get the 7, so it's 9. So in this situation, nothing I can do. I'll probably know I will take that bet down, the lay bet, because I didn't hit the 7 I was expected. So you ask the leader, take my lay bet down. So it's not worth it to keep the bets working with extra risk when you don't, not make sure, it's gonna happen. But let's take a look, what's happened now. The 9 has rolled, right? Let's go over and see where the last 9 has been rolled. This is the last 9 has been rolled. 12, 24, 26, 27, 28. This is the 29th roll. Let's take a look on our record sheet. Okay, and here says 5 and 9 is 22 rolls. So this is a long lost number. If it's a long lost number, the chance, the 7 will show up is pretty high. So I was rushing, to take that lay bet down before I was count this. So this is a very, very reliable bet. And I will keep my lay bet. I'm supposed to keep my lay bet working for one more roll. I put it back. So that's why you have to watch the recording sheet most of the time, because this is what happened, guys. Look, it's 7. Boom. So $200 lay bet is paid $100. Let me update the board. So I'm sorry. Yeah, this is taking me a lot of time, but it is what it is. nothing you can do as long as we make our money, right? Okay, I'm gonna take the lay bet down because I win, and I'm gonna put, you know, $10 here because this is the VIG, you know, I lost the VIG. I take $200 back and I'm gonna pay myself $100, okay? So, this is, you know, the course of the action. It's look like the method it's working, right? Okay, let's continue. Okay, we got some money on the table, and you know, hopefully we can get another bet or two, you know, to get the session closed. So 3 crap of 3 do not mean anything now. So let's do another one. 3, another one. I'm not gonna write it down. I'm going next time. I'm just rushing to you know, get more rolls and not spend too much time, you know, to write down not important numbers. Okay, so we have to stop. We have to stop now and check to see what's going on. Before we start with the protocol, let's take a look. So the last number is 5. So the point is 5. Okay, so we have 1 5 here, the second one, the third one here, and this is the fourth one. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, 12 24. Let's take a look on the recording sheet. So what's the condition of overall green number? So the 5 and 9 is 24 rolls. Let's count again. 12, 24. So this will become an overall green number. If you look here, 8 has lost the definition of the overall green number because, you know, it didn't roll in the last 12. So this is no 8 here. And the 6, if it's not rolling next time, actually no, the 6 is here, so I'm sorry, but 5 is a bet. 5 is a bet, and 6 is still a bet. So right now, let's go with the protocol, okay? So 5 is a red number? No. We have any other red alerts? No. We have 1 or 2 7 in the last 12? Yes. We have less than 9 rolls, we don't 7. Yes, we have just 3 rolls and 2 craps. Those are not count as a roll, so we have just 1. So do we have an angle player? No, because you know, it's a just established point, so we don't have any lost number returning. It was over here, but it's way too far. But might be a signal that should be. We have a, you know, a confirmed green number. Yes, we do. We have a 6 and we have 5. So those are our bets. So I'm gonna take the 8 and I'm gonna place the 5 and I'm gonna take the off out. Okay, so everything, you know, it's working fine. Let's ask for a new roll. So 10. Okay. I'm gonna write down 10 because it's important. Okay. So 10 has been rolled 3 times in the last 12, and I don't think, you know, no, it's not a confirmed green number, but definitely it's a steady and strong. And also we have 4 steady and strong. If we follow the rule of you know, 10, we're supposed to lay the bet, lay the point. But you know, the point is you know, confirmed green number, so we have to go all the way back to you know, second week number. The second week number, it's actually a steady and strong number, so I cannot use it. So go back, you know, with the 2 numbers. is a 5, is a confirmed green number. We go back again with two numbers. It's 10, we just rolled, and it's a candidate for green number. So there is no number to lay it. Look at here. It's 6, 8, 4, 6, 5, 8, 6. There is no number to lay. In this situation, we're not going to lay. We're not going to go with the rule of 10. So we got to keep our bets all working and see what's happened. And 10 shows up again. All right. Well, I don't see anything, but now 10 is becoming a confirmed number, right? So it's another 10 here. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 12, 24, 36 rolls. What the sheet is going to tell us, well, no. I'm sorry, I mistaken. It's 4 and 10 and 30 rolls, so it's still not a confirmed green number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, but you know, it's pretty straight and strong, so we have to pay attention to that. But now the 6 has lost, you know, the confirmed green number, so I might be tempted, you know, to move my 6 to 10, and I'm doing. And I'm gonna leave $5 here as a VIG, and I'm buying. And I'm still keeping the 5, you know, over there, because, you know, I think, you know, that should be good. And look, guys, it's not nice, it's not incredible. How strong is this method? How do I know the 10 will be fall? No, it's impossible, because this is random. So we just hit them the 10, and we made $200 on that. So I'm gonna take my bet down. I'm gonna drop $5, which is the VIG, and then I'm gonna pay myself $200. So I still got the $100 there. Remember, I start with the $1,200, and we have already, how much we have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. We're looking for 30%, so like a $360 you know, profit. So we have $100 there, we have 200, we have 300. We made our goal, guys. From this point, we are ahead with 100, 200, 325, 350, 60, 80, 95. So we are ahead with 385. So our goal has been made.